The borders of the Roman Empire expanded from England to Egypt, being one of the largest empires ever to exist, but Rome was unable to conquer and maintain the region of Germania, which raises the question, why didn't Rome conquer Germania? During the government of Caesar Augustus, the Roman Empire was experiencing a period of prosperity. The Romans had consolidated their power in the province of Gaul and were expanding their military presence on the borders of this region to prevent future attacks and enable a possible invasion of other lands by the Romans. Nero Claudius Drusus was the governor of Gaul and was tasked by Augustus with making military incursions into Germanic lands to ensure Roman control. But what Drusus and Augustus did not expect was that some Germanic tribes joined together to try to invade the Roman province of Gaul. But the barbarians were easily defeated by Drusus and his troops, who followed them into the territory of Germania, destroying the lands of several barbarian tribes. After this invasion, Drusus returned to Rome, but shortly afterwards, he returned to invade Germany, making several military excursions, conquering and defeating most of the barbarian tribes that existed in the region. But during the return of Drusus and his army to Rome, Drusus fell from his horse and ended up dying from infections. After Drusus, Tiberius took on the mission of finishing pacifying and controlling Germania, and he was very successful. Historians of the time report that the entire region between the Elbe and Rhine rivers was pacified and under Roman control. But something unexpected happens that would change the history of Rome completely. Tiberius is called back to Rome to deal with revolts that were happening in the Balkan region, and a new man takes over as his successor in Germania. His name was Quintilius Varus. Varus took control of the new region of Germania. One of his advisors at the time was a barbarian called Arminius, who grew up in Rome. Arminius secretly plotted against the empire and began to consolidate and unite forces and support from other Germanic tribes to expel Rome from region. And he created a plan to deceive Varus and defeat his army. Arminius created a false revolt and told Varus that the intervention of his legions would be necessary to put an end to the revolt. Arminius's father-in-law warned Varus about Arminius's plan and betrayal, but Varus ignored him. The next day, Varus and his legions marched to the region of the supposed revolt, but along the way, they are surrounded by Germanic tribes in the middle of a forest. Just after 24 hours of battles, the Romans are defeated. Varus falls on his own sword, and Arminius emerges victorious in the battle, having defeated most of the Roman forces in the Germania region. After this defeat, Rome made some other military incursions into Germania, but decided that trying to conquer this territory again would not be worth the risk and the empire's effort.